tears we cry are falling rain for all the lies you told us, the hurt.
Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIII. I am going crazy because of the klaxon sirens here, and I have done quite a bit of leveling for a couple of hours really, and I want to show you what I have done. I have upgraded several weapons to their highest capacity, and I am just about ready to upgrade the Bladed Lance to its 2nd tier. You need to buy a perovskite from the Motherlode, and it costs 30,000 gil, and you get a glaive. Now, the interesting thing, it brings the glaive level way down to 10, and that is very annoying, so what I'm going to want to do is level up as fast as I can, and here we go. So, basically what's going to happen is the glaive can increase its strength and magic a lot more than the Bladed Lance ever could hope to, but for a little while Fang's going to be just a hair under leveled. Thankfully the majority of your strength and magic comes from your Crystarium, not from your weapon, but it definitely does help quite a bit to have a maxed out weapon. Another thing I've done is I've readied the Axis Blade for getting leveled up. I'm not using it because it has quite a bit lower attack power and I think about the same magic as the one I'm using, maybe a little less. So I'm just going to stick with what I've got right now until I can upgrade it. The interesting thing about the Axis Blade, you've got a special property with it. The special property is attack ATB charge. So every time you attack, you get a little bit of your ATB back. Now that's not a major thing, but it does help quite a bit.
Just another battle.
The other thing you're going to want to do, once you get that, and one of the reasons I haven't equipped yet, I'm going to try to skip this next battle because I don't need to fight him. The other thing you're going to want to try to do is get a Whistlewind Scarf.
Let's get this over with.
I don't believe that they are readily available at this point in time. I thought they were, but I'm just going crazy. Just like I was going crazy when I said that I knew that I had Raise for Lightning. I didn't. I had just looked at it in the Crystarium off screen and hadn't actually gone and gotten the CP for it. Rest assured, I have now. I have definitely gotten it. I have actually raised Hope from the Dead several times because he's a wuss. And, yeah. I'm not crazy, I think. No, you're not crazy. No, of course I'm not. So, I'm going to go and,
Out of my way!
and make my way up. If you've watched my latest... I need to heal, I think. Let's go to Diversity. Have Hope heal.
Thanks.
Now I can switch up to even odds. I just wanted to get rid of that guy first. Alright. The reason I'm doing evened odds, which might seem odd to some people, is Hope will cast Protect on himself. And that's a really useful thing to have, because Hope, as I said earlier, is a wuss. And if I can get Hope to have Protect on himself, he's just a tiny bit less of a wuss. Another thing I've done is I've changed Lightning's accessories. We're almost getting to the point where a bangle doesn't really help as much as it could. Sure, bangles are still going to be pretty useful for a little while, but the level bangle that I've got right now just isn't cutting it. So I took that away from Lightning, and instead I gave her black belt, which increases physical resistance by 10%. Here's that quote cutscene that I was going to before. Yeah, it's just going upstairs. And I guess I have to fight these because I didn't show it earlier. Right, so actually, you know what? I'm gonna go after the Viking. I'll let Fang take out the two guards over there. And I'll go after the Viking. What was I saying? Something important, I guess. I don't know. Oh yeah, black belt. The 10% physical resistance that the black belt has, coupled with the 50% resistance that Protect gives me, it's pretty useful. I'm getting quite a bit less damage. I don't believe it actually adds up to 60%. I think it's more like, I don't know, 57% or something like that. Because of the odd way that they do all this stuff. So basically, if you find, for instance, the Star Pendant gives you a 30% poison resistance, you would think equipping two of them gives you 60% poison resistance, right? No. Basically, no. You ain't gonna, no, yeah. Okay, so basically, if you have 30% poison resistance, that means there's a 70% chance of you getting poisoned. Well, if, yeah, I'm just not gonna let him hit the ground. And I think I ought to go and heal Fang pretty soon. What do you think? Alright, even dodge. And Fang. Cure. Alright. So basically, there's a 70% chance that you would get poisoned if you have the Star Pendant on. So let's equip a second Star Pendant. That means we have two 30% reductions. Well, instead of making it 60%, you now have basically 30% brings you down to 70% chance of getting it. And then doing a little more math, 30% is 70% and something like 21%. So you end up getting like a 50% chance of getting poisoned instead of a 70% chance. Yeah, it's kind of a little convoluted. But, so basically after you put two of the same type on, you got really no reason to put another one on. You're not getting helped anymore. Even though it looks like you can get up to, you know, if you have 3 accessory slots, you can get, quote, 90%. Not gonna happen. Alright, as I said earlier, this is one of my favorite leveling spots. If you can preemptive these Huntresses, which is actually kind of easy, because half the time their backs are to you, things go a lot easier. It's actually kind of a fun battle, because you get to see flying Huntresses in the air. I think I should actually do my blitz attack shot. I'm doing this basically because, especially the Huntresses, like to group together. But sometimes, because they move so quickly, they separate. When that happens, well, you're wasting a blitz. And there goes one. Let's go after the other one. And obviously, once you've only got one left, there's no reason to blitz. As I said way at the beginning of the game, a blitz does about the amount of damage of like 1.8 attacks, give or take. So 2 attacks is better than 1 blitz. But you only hit 1 enemy with an attack. So it's kind of a gamble.
Let's get this
yeah,
over
let's
with.
do that. I'm starting to really dislike these raiders. They're casting fog and pain on me, and I don't like being in pain or in a fog. It just does not make me happy. Maybe I'm crazy. But when I can't attack or use magic, bad things happen, and I go a lot slower. I think that might be their point. But they should realize that it's completely pointless to try and stop me, because I'm better than them. There we go. Another thing I keep doing is I keep trying to finish the battle early by hitting the triangle Y button. And they always end up having guard when I try to do that, which is really freaking annoying. You have no idea. Alright, let's see if I can't get to that treasure chest, and maybe another cutscene before it's time to end the video.
Out of my way!
Nice. Alright. And these guys would be annoying and cast Cura on themselves. An interesting thing I found, the auto protect lasts for, I believe, exactly 1 minute. Ah, rats. I was gonna do Fortisol on these guys. Retry. Retry? Thank you. I'm going to cast Fortisol on myself and make this battle go a lot faster. Fortisol. Alright. Sorry about that. I picked up a couple Fortisols, so I figured why not.
We can win if we stay focused. Out of my way!
Alright, so I'm going to stay going after the Huntresses. They are pretty dangerous. And basically, I have the same buffs that they do, I think, give or take. Maybe one's different. And, yeah. She's gone. And these buffs, they last for, I believe, 1 minute. Which is, I think, interesting. Gives you a pretty good view of how fast your battle's going when your buffs start disappearing. I didn't actually want diversity, but hey. I found switching back and forth between aggression and relentless really speeds things up. And then when you get him to stagger, keep doing the same thing, because you get his stagger gauge, or his percentage up a lot higher, and he dies sooner. And he's gonna get one hit.
Let's keep this up.
The last battle against the Viking I had, Fang got 26,000 points with 1 hit. Alright, let's get this. What is it? We get Pandoran Spear. An interesting weapon to have. I may keep it around for a little bit. Alright, on to a cutscene.